After about 1900, right through until the 70s really, football strips were generally very plain. You had stripes, a few hoops, most teams wore red or white or blue, a few yellow or green.
Sure. Basic primary colours and just, like you say, stand out.
Yeah.
I mean, so would you say it was the 70s that the clubs first began to experiment with? I mean, I know these sort of radical, diverse colours that we're now used to.
Yeah.
Would you say that's when it started?
I think it is. I mean, during the 60s, the vogue was for plain shirts and matching shorts and socks. So Liverpool started wearing all red, Leeds all white, Coventry all sky blue, Chelsea all blue. So you look at the 60s, teams were just wearing plain, austere strips. In the 70s, they started to look to have a more distinctive appearance. So you had companies like Admiral who started producing rather complicated collar trims and odd stripes and so on. And then that went on through into the 80s when new fabrics and new dye technology came into use. And that allowed manufacturers to experiment and create all sorts of interesting effects, such as on this Newcastle Blues shirt, you can just see this rather extravagant paintbrush effect, which was very, very popular at the time. You also had advertising starting to appear for the first time. So here's a Boca Juniors shirt. Now, in the UK, you are only allowed to advertise on the chest, and you can have some secondary advertising on the back. In some countries, they have advertising everywhere. So you've got Megatime on the back, you've got UNICEF on the sleeve. If you look at some Mexican or French shirts, they've got extra logos all over the place, and they're basically just walking, running, kicking advertising boards.